Tower of Fantasy is the most, or one of the most generous gacha games out right now, and last night I got all the information I needed to prove it. So by now, everyone should be relatively familiar with how a gacha system works. It is a random roll or chance to pull a character or item under specific banners, and it's got various percentage chances based off of how rare that item is. And pretty much in every gacha game, there's something called a pity. And how the pity works is you're guaranteed to get the item that you're looking for after a set amount of attempts, essentially. And each different game has their own value for how many times you have to pull in order to get that item. In Genshin Impact, I thought that the number was actually 50, but according to the details of Wish, or maybe it's just this one in particular, it says that you're guaranteed to get one 5-star item, which is the rarest in the game, at least once per 90 attempts. But let me check and see if that's the case for the other one as well. Yeah, it's 90 attempts. So what that means is if you want a 5-star character guaranteed, you have to pull 90 times. Now there is a chance that you could get it before 90 pulls, but that's based off of your luck. Now, what makes gacha games so notorious for being predatory is the fact that one, these are very, very expensive things to do. So pulling 90 times in a row costs a lot of money. And the second thing is that if you get a 5-star or rare item or character in these gacha games, they reset your pity. So if you happen to pull an item or character that you already have or don't want, you have to pull your 90 pull pool starts over. So let's say, for example, I wanted Yoimiya, and I start my my pulling. If I were to get Chi-Chi, who's another 5-star character, I'd have to pull, starting from 0, another 90. So there's still a high probability that you won't get the character that you're after, and you'll have to spend even more money to try again. So if you want the guarantee, you're almost hoping for bad luck. Because if you get a character that you don't actually want that's 5 stars, you have to start this entire process all over again. And that's essentially what makes these things such a nightmare for people who are trying to get specific things. I should note that not all gacha games are like Genshin Impact, in that some of them will actually show you how far along you are to getting that free pity item or character. Genshin Impact does not tell you, so you kind of have to keep track of it yourself, which can be pretty rough depending on whether or not you're paying attention. But I just thought that I wanted to throw that in there and make that clear. Okay, now for Tower of Fantasy and what makes it so different. So this is the gacha screen for Tower of Fantasy, and as you can see, there's this blue bar that says 31 out of 80. That's how many times I've rolled, and I get a guaranteed SSR, which is the rarest character that you can pull. Now, it caught me off guard because this is one of the few gacha games that I can think of that actually show you how far along you are to getting that guaranteed SSR. The second thing that surprised me is that just last night I actually did a 10 pull roll and I got my own SSR. And when I went to check the pity, as you saw, it didn't reset, which I was surprised, and pleasantly so, but it's incredibly rare to see that. So that means that even if I get lucky, which I did, I got this character here. Oh, I got this character. I got this character. Even if I get lucky, I can still continue to pull, and out of the 80 attempts, if I'm lucky, I could get more than one SSR and keep going. So that means that I don't have to reset my progress from 0, and I won't end up spending more money to get the character I actually wanted. So what do I mean by this? This banner here doesn't really have a specific SSR character, but this one does. As you can see, I'm 62 pulls out of 80 on this one. I can get other SSR characters than this character here, the girl in red and white. But if I do get somebody else, that doesn't mean that I'm out of luck for her, as you can see. So even though I haven't gotten her yet, when I get to 80, I'll have another chance at it. Now, that's not the only thing that makes this such a generous gacha system. Let's go back over to weapon choices. There are tokens that you earn for pulling. Regardless of what you get, you'll get these tokens. If you go into the exchange, you'll see that there are some weapons here. This is important because all of the gold weapons that you see here, my ears are kind of blocking one of them. What this here is that once you unlock a rare weapon for the first time, you can take these tokens and just buy it again for the copy upgrades. So, to clarify, in gacha games, if you get multiple of the same thing, you can use that duplicate that you got to upgrade their base stats or add additional effects and whatnot. And that's how they entice people to keep rolling even if they get super lucky. Another thing that makes gacha games kind of predatory. But it's okay here, because even if they take a character off of the banner, all you have to do is earn the tokens, and you can just buy the duplicates here. So even if you have a long streak of just getting nothing, you'll always be getting these tokens, and you'll always be able to buy a copy, with a weekly limit, of course. So, this character, once again, a limited time, they'll be gone in 12 days, but if I manage to get her, I can just take the tokens here and buy a copy. So I won't need to wait however long until they come back in order to get them again. And that right there is something that I don't think any other gacha game has ever done. Now, please, if you know of any, let me know, because I could do some more fun games to play that aren't specifically trying to rob me blind. But this monetization system is super interesting to me, because not only have they bundled up the character designs and the weapons so you don't have to roll them separately, they've also made it to where you're not being reset every time you happen to have like a lucky day or something. So that's something that that's some attention that I wanted to bring to Tower of Fantasy. Let me know what you think about the system down in the comments below, and if you want to, I can talk about some of the other features that make this game pretty unique and interesting, because there's a lot going on here. It's kind of unique. So yeah, just let me know. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys some other time. Bye bye!